Hello and welcome to Untwisted Threads. This is Filcolana Tilia, the 70% kid mohair, 30% mulberry silk yarn, features 58 colors. The colorway that we chose is 351 Tapenade. This 25-gram skein with 210 meters or 230 yards works up as a lace weight yarn. The suggested gauge depends on your desired look and drape. For our swatch, I will be holding it double and using a 4.5mm needle size. Currently, this yarn is available for purchase in the United States on Etsy, which you can shop with the link down below. However, if you are overseas in Europe, you probably have a lot more purchasing options. In today's video, we're going to review and score Filcolana Tilia using our 4 categories, which are traction, softness, durability, and cost, to help you decide if this is the best yarn for you and your next project. If you've ever wished you could actually feel the yarns we talk about, we totally get it. Screens just don't do it justice. That's why we created a monthly yarn sampler card on Patreon. Every month we send out 6 mini yarn samples so you can explore new textures, fibers, and brands from home. And the best part, your first month is totally free, so you can try it out and see if it helps you discover what you really love to knit with. The link is in the description if you'd like to check it out. Let's get started. For traction, we give it a score of 4 out of 5. I'm just going to cut to the chase. This is one of the best mohairs that I've worked with to date. Its shiny core made it easier for me to see my stitches. Fibers weren't flying all over the place. It wasn't splitting. It was great. If you're a beginner, you could opt for a wooden or bamboo needle for a little bit of added grip, but I personally loved using my nickel-plated needles. For softness, we give it a score of 4.8 out of 5. Oh yes, this mohair was plush, bouncy, soft, and cloud-like. This yarn feels of a higher quality, not plasticky or squeaky. It has a great amount of fluff and a core of silk that has a little bit of shine, but not so much that it looks fake. The mohair is brushed out to make it super fuzzy, which we think they definitely have succeeded in that. So unlike other mohair that I've worked with, which the fibers tend to stick straight out away from its core, this one is a lot more rounded in shape. It reminds me of all the qualities I love about a Surrey or brush alpaca because of its rounded halo and lack of irritation on my sensitive skin. For comparison, it is softer than Drop's Kid Silk mohair and not quite as soft as Issachar Soft Fine. We'd say it's pretty comparable to Yarn Smith's Kid Mohair Silk. For a micron count or softness scale rating, mohair typically ranges from 14 to 90 microns. Perhaps due to the brushed nature of the yarn, we think it's softer than your typical merino yarn at around an 18. I was happy to find that I didn't notice any irritation on my sensitive skin. But if you are sensitive to yarns with a halo, or more specifically mohair, I absolutely recommend making a swatch with one first and trying it out before you make an entire garment with it. For durability, we give it a score of 4.5 out of 5. While mohair and silk are fairly strong and resilient, it's actually still somewhat delicate. Yes, mohair is often held double with another yarn, and that would affect its durability. Mohair fibers are soft and thin and can be more susceptible to damage from abrasion or friction. Over time, this can cause a lot of pilling or wear in places like the underarms of a garment. And although silk is smooth and shiny, it can also weaken with repeated wear. And this is not superwash treated, so you will need to be cautious when washing it by hand. When it came to our stress test, we noticed only 3 small pill balls when feeling it with our hands. It handled so well. For cost, we give it a score of 3.6 out of 5. For being a 25-gram skein, you can expect to pay $11 US per skein. That breaks down to about 5 cents per yard, meaning a size medium sweater quantity would cost approximately $66 in mohair, not accounting for a second yarn if you wanted to hold it double. Overall, we give Filcolana Tilia a score of 4.225 out of 5. Oh, I wish this yarn was more available here in the States. It is such a good one. I consider it to be a top tier mohair and would not hesitate to work with it again. Have you used Filcolana Tilia yarn before? What yarn would you like for us to do a review on next? We would love to hear your thoughts and recommendations in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's review, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.